Welcome back to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, record-breaking cornerback, and the last cornerback to intercept 50 interceptions during a 16-game season era. Clap it up. Thursday night vibes, baby. We in the house. We here a little early tonight because we need to get into it, man. Shedeur Sanders is starting tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern time, and we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss that we need to get off our chest and say what needs to be said. Let me bring on my co-host, 2-3 Drees in the building, and
What's up? What's up?
On by way of Tampa. What's up, baby?
Man, you gotta let them know every single time, man. Super Bowl champ, 50 interceptions. Let them know every single time. I think they must have forgot, man. It's legendary.
They forget, man. It's legendary stuff that be going on, man. And never forget during the 16 season era, man. 16-game season era, man. That is, can't never ever be done again. You feel me? Shout out to the chat. Y'all talk to us. Y'all know we talk back, baby. Tonight we have to talk about one of these game-changing quarterbacks that one of these teams out here may need to go after, man. I mean, seriously, man. And he's a game changer. I am very high on this quarterback. And if you've been following and rocking with Say What Needs to Be Said, you know that I talk highly about this quarterback. I'm gonna reveal who this quarterback is sometime here shortly, and then we have to talk about Shedeur Sanders taking the field and what is he up against? Is he being put in the right predicament or the right position to be successful? That's a lot of back and forth, man. I don't know, man. It's a lot of speculations going on.
Man, I think situation. You said game-changing quarterback. I thought you talk about Shedeur Sanders, so that's not the quarterback?
No. We have a game-changing quarterback that I think someone needs to trade for. I'm going to reveal it. He's on the team, but he's not going to be able to start the team he's at. So,
this is a mystery right here.
Talk about this is a mystery quarterback right there, and then we're going to talk about Shedeur. We have to spend a lot of time talking about Shedeur. But Thursday night vibes, man. Say what needs to be said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel. That's 2-3 Drees. Philly zone, and hey, we got to talk about it, man. We have to talk about it. As we saw tonight, if y'all tuning in to a little preseason football, the Indianapolis Colts are going to be terrible this season. Oh, my freaking gosh. The Indianapolis Colts are going to be absolutely horrible. But guess what? If any Colts fans out there, anyone that believes in the Colts, or you're a Colts fan, you ride it out for the Colts, I have the perfect idea for the Indianapolis Colts to save themselves a headache or any future uncertainties for the team. Yes, I have the perfect solution. Yes. There is one quarterback out there. One quarterback who isn't a starter on his team, but I believe he is an exceptional talent, and he could outplay many starting quarterbacks in the league as we speak. The Colts have to accept, as we see, they didn't vet Anthony Richardson well enough to be expecting him to be the next franchise quarterback. The homework wasn't done on Anthony Richardson. If you still believe in Anthony Richardson, my prayers are with you, my brother.
He got hurt tonight, right?
Yes, he got hurt tonight, which can lead to him maybe being a little injury prone, but we're not going to put that on his jacket yet. It's just a possibility. And then they got Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones went out there, took the field, and he's doing the best he can.
Man, he had plenty of chances. Daniel Jones had plenty of chances to prove he could start in the NFL.
Daniel Jones is no different than the Cleveland Browns' Kenny Pickett. They are pretty much the same quarterback in my eyes as far as athletic ability, talent, so on and so forth. They are doppelgangers in the football world. You understand? Like you said, they had several opportunities to prove they are worthy of being a starting quarterback for someone's NFL team. But they continue to fail that test. So, with that being said, the Indianapolis Colts expecting something to change from these quarterbacks, Daniel Jones or either Anthony Richardson, is a waste of time. Now it's time to fill in the blank. It's time to add some assets to the team. Make the team a competitive team. Give the fan base something to look forward to. Anthony Richardson is no Cam Newton. I'm sure whoever fell in love with Anthony Richardson to draft him felt he was Cam Newton. Yeah, I said it. Because everything was lined up to be that way. That's the only reason I feel that way.
Man, a lot of people were saying it with the comparisons.
This talented quarterback right here, listen, he can get it done anywhere on the field with his legs, with his feet, with his arm, and he's big enough to run you over. He can run the tush push. He can get short yardage situations done. All he needs is the right system and the right coach. And Joe Milton, man, let me tell you, Joe Milton is so talented that New England Patriots were forced to trade him because he would be a distraction to a young quarterback in Drake May.
That's a fact.
That's how talented Joe Milton is. Joe Milton is so talented. The team that he was on had to trade him because their supposedly franchise quarterback will look bad if this quarterback is competing with him during training camp. Let's check out Joe Milton in training camp real quick. Oh, man, that's so pretty. Let's watch that one more time. One more time. Listen. Joe Milton is very talented. If you haven't noticed already, Joe Milton has all the tools an offensive coordinator only dreams of. He is big, like I said. He has a cannon of an arm. And he is a dual threat quarterback, man. Joe Milton can make a team very competitive instantly. If they was 1-16 last season, he could turn it around and they could be 9-8, 10-6, 10-7, something like that. You understand? He has that type of talent. Just having a quarterback who can toss the football down the field 70+ yards is a big threat. Because I'm telling you, yes, at ease. Because I'm telling you, as a defensive back, it is much harder for DBs to track down a football deep down the field like that. You know, it's the same scenario as a punt returner tracking down a punt. It's not easy. That 70-yard, 75-yard pass we just seen, I'm sure the cornerbacks was not in the right position and got lost and confused about how to track down the football. That ball was hanging in the air for a very long time. Joe Milton, I believe in Joe Milton. And if Dak Prescott has to sit out any games during the season, watch how impressive Joe Milton looks when he has to play compared to Dak. It's going to happen. Joe Milton is going to have to take that field sometime, some point during this season, and it's not just going to be because the game's out of whack. It's going to be a key, significant part of the game Joe Milton will have to take part in.
It's no way that the Cowboys are going to trade away Joe Milton. They would trade. They would trade away Dak before. We know they would trade away Dak before.
It's too hard.
It is harder. It is harder because the contract. The contract crazy.
Exactly.
The contract crazy. But
no one is going to pick up that contract. So it's like you can't trade away. I mean,
we know at heart who Jerry Jones record to have.
And there are some teams that's desperate that probably would pick up his contract, but the percentages of a team trading for that, being at his age, his injury history and things like that, it's not, we don't see that. But Joe Milton, yes, I don't see why you don't think he can be traded. They only gave up a 5th round pick for him.
So I think that was honestly, I think that was Dallas' best move in years. Like getting Joe Milton for $5
right on the head
for a 5th round pick. That's a best move they did in years.
That was Jerry Jones. Not even just because it was a 5th round pick they had to give up for Joe Milton. Just for him trading for that type of talent and being that he is a wonderful talent at quarterback and potentially could replace Dak Prescott. Remember, he traded for for Joe Milton while they were in negotiation battles. Dak Prescott aging his team against Jerry Jones. They was trying to strong on Jerry Jones. I thought Trey Lance was going to be that person who Joe Milton is, but obviously Trey Lance didn't work out. You understand what I'm saying? But trading for a player like Joe Milton that wasn't graded by teams or isn't quite proven makes Joe Milton, the starting quarterback, make Joe Milton the starter quarterback. Isn't the popular thing to do in the NFL? You see what I'm saying? Right. So if a team trades for Joe Milton to make him a starting quarterback, all eyes will be on that coach and that team, because what are you doing? That isn't a popular thing to do. He doesn't have a first round grade. He was never high on anyone's board, typically, you know what I mean? So why is he being made a starting quarterback, right? And then if he fails, obviously someone's job is going to be on the line. But someone needs to have the balls, and take a chance on Joe Milton. I'm telling you, man. I know talent when I can see it, right? He is like that. And it would be a damn shame, man, if Joe Milton never gets the chance to prove himself worthy of being a franchise quarterback. I hate to see situations like that, because I'm an underdog guy. I root for the underdogs, But on the other hand, like I said, Dak Prescott is a little injury prone. So he may get his chance in Dallas and show out on Dak Prescott. That is a strong possibility.
I hope not. As an Eagles fan, I hope not.
As an Eagles fan, right? Keep Dak in, baby. We want Dak. We do not want Joe Milton.
Real,
Joe Milton is a problem.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, Jerry. Keep doing what you do.
And then the other part about this is Joe Milton is way more hungrier than Dak Prescott, But when you talking about a quarterback controversy, man, the media headlines will be going crazy in Dallas. Joe Milton leaves Cowboy fans in shock. Joe Milton is the next best thing. Joe Milton is leading the Cowboys to the Super Bowl. If he have to replace Dak Prescott.
I mean, that's how Dak got a spot. When Tony Romo went down and Dak came in and won a few games in a row. I mean,
that's just like your side chick, man. You take someone's girlfriend and make her your side chick, and then she end up leaving you for someone else, and you didn't think she would leave you, and she just left someone for you. It's the same situation, That replaced Tony Romo, and someone could replace that. Right. That's how that goes, right? But like we've been saying, I give credit to Jerry Jones, man, for making sure his team has two legit quarterbacks.
That was their best move in years, man.
That was the best move. Because I said it, I think I was the one that made this topic go trending, that every team needed two starting quarterbacks. And right after that, teams started signing quarterbacks, man, and started looking for two important quarterbacks, man, So I always said it's important for a team to have two starting quarterbacks. Jerry wanted Trey Lance to be the man. That didn't work out, man. That was
I never believed that. I never believed that.
But now this issue, man, that Jerry Jones got with Micah Parsons, man, makes no sense, man. What is wrong with Jerry Jones? He is arguably the best player on the team, but he is upset and holding out because Jerry Jones don't want to compensate him properly. Imagine that. Imagine being the best performer at your job, at your workplace, and you've been making minimum wage or average salary as everyone else. You're responsible for bringing in $300,000-$400,000 in revenue to this company in 1 year, whereas everyone else is bringing in $50,000 in revenue. And it's your time for a raise, and they don't want to give you a raise. That's like a slap in the face. You understand? That's like a slap in the face.
Another thing is that, and then you talk about it, like, hey, don't you think you should deserve a raise?
Yes.
you comment on it like,
it's right.
I mean, he's just doing what everybody else do. Like, you say something like that, then the guy that's putting all that work in, you don't want to put all that work in no more.
Right. And then Jerry Jones, this is wild, man. Jerry Jones doesn't have the confidence Michael Parsons would be there for the first game of the season against the Eagles because he refused to pay the man. Jerry Jones doesn't have confidence in training camp right now that one of his star players will be there for the first game of the season. I can't make this stuff up. This is reality hitting us in the face. Jerry Jones needs to figure out a better way of doing business, man. Him gossiping about his players to the media is so raggedy, man. That is so raggedy. And for his team to be worth billions of dollars, to be gossiping to the media, that's all he's doing. He's gossiping. That's all he's doing. Why is it so important for Jerry Jones to make a statement about the star player, and he knows the message will spread quickly, like wildfire, and it's going to be a distraction. But here he is. Let's check him out.
Again, your definition of urgent is not necessarily. I don't believe you gave a definition.
I did.
Okay.
I just asked when does it get urgent.
So I stay urgent.
Okay. Okay. Any confidence that he will be on the field against Philadelphia?
Again, no, absolutely not. That's a big part of that is his decision. How would I know that? I'm just saying. No, but I'm urgent.
You're urgent.
Man, I saw another clip when they was talking about how he bought the Cowboys. He said, "I looked him in the eye, gave him a handshake. That's how I closed deals."
We closed the deal on the napkin. Yeah, that probably was sufficient back then. Okay, whatever.
Hey, come on.
Did you hear him? Did you hear his energy? No, I don't know. I don't expect him to be out there. No, it's a circus every year. The Cowboys go through the same thing, and it's because of the leader. Jerry Jones loves that spotlight, man, and to be subliminally, he subliminally loves to throw his weight around, show everyone he's the boss and he's in control of these superior athletic football players that everyone is so in love with. You know what I mean? That's how these rich owners love to flex, by letting people know that they are in control of their favorite players. So that's the only way, the reason I can see Jerry Jones is so adamant about speaking to the media about his players, his star players. When it's crucial, the season is around the corner, and you're doing nothing but causing a distraction to your team, to your head coach, to the coaching staff, so on and so forth. If I was the head coach, I would go in there and I would have a man-to-man. I would tell him he had to shut his mouth. If I'm going to be the coach on this team, you have to shut your mouth, and I will have to do all the talking, because the things you say don't match up with what I'm doing on this team. And you're causing a distraction on the team that I'm trying to lead to be a good team, a competitive team. And we can't be working against each other. Someone needs to step up to the plate, not worry about the check, because it's guaranteed from the coaches. You know, all the coaches' contracts are pretty much guaranteed. And go put Jerry Jones in his place. If you want to be the general manager, be the general manager and step back. But we don't need you talking to the media and things like that. You can sign contracts, you could trade for players, but just sit back in the back. You understand what I'm saying? But and that's the way it needs to be, man. We have too many yes men in the world. You know, one thing I learned about Belichick, me playing for Coach Belichick.
What's that?
Everyone was a yes man. They bowed down because he was like this god in the football world. But I didn't even know about the New England Patriots. Only my brother did. So when I got there, I spoke my mind. I stood in what I believed in. No, I'm not ignorant. I'm not being ignorant. I have facts, and I know how to back up what I believe, and I'm showing proof on the field of what I can do, right? But at the end of the day, he respected me because I didn't back down and I challenged him. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
In some weird way. That's just like the bullies, right? Anyone that's the first person that steps up to the bully and challenges the bully, that's who gets the respect. Everyone else that was scared to challenge the bully don't get no respect. That's just how it goes. So, yeah, Dallas Cowboys. We're going to see if Joe Milton gets in and has to replace Dak Prescott, or by the middle of the season, does someone make a trade for Joe Milton by that trade deadline? I mean, there are so many teams. Everybody that drafted the quarterback this season is going to be horrible with their quarterback, except for the Cleveland Browns. I'm talking about the New Orleans Saints with Tyler Shuck.
Man, I see this tape of the training camp.
The Minnesota Vikings, they drafted J.J. McCarthy last year. It's about to be horrible over there. New York Giants, Jason Dart is about to be horrible. And they did all that to try to hold our dog. So Shedeur Sanders back, baby. You can't hold Shedeur Sanders back. Because guess what, baby? The Browns make Shedeur Sanders starting quarterback decision ahead of preseason opener. Yes, sir. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is set to start tomorrow, which only makes sense. Like I said, it should be the Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's what it should be. Before anything transpires, it should be the Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders show. Let them battle it out and see who deserves to be the head ninja in charge for the Cleveland Browns. But for some reason, Dylan Gabriel isn't going to play tomorrow. Why? Why isn't Dylan Gabriel going to play tomorrow?
I mean, they say injury, but we need to know what you think. You gotta say what need to be said.
I played in the NFL. I've seen how these injuries go. These injuries aren't legitimate all the time. Think about it. The first injury was Shedeur Sanders. We're gonna hold him out with his shoulder. He has a sore arm. And then he got hamstring injuries popping up. It was like, okay, each day we're gonna make Shedeur Sanders miss practice, and we're gonna tell the world that he's injured first. So when we have to make Dylan Gabriel miss a game because of injury, it doesn't look so bad. Now, only way I believe this if Shedeur Sanders come out and says, yes, I had to sit out because my arm was sore. Other than that, I don't believe it. I just don't trust the Cleveland Browns with Shedeur, man. Shedeur isn't anyone's priority on that coaching staff. And what I mean is I don't see any of the coaches standing up for Shedeur. When coaches have to make a decision about the roster spots, about who's going to be the starting quarterback, so on and so forth. Who is going to be there to step up for Shedeur Sanders? Do the Cleveland Browns really intend on Shedeur being successful? That's what this is all about.
It's a big question right there.
That is a huge question. And I'm going to give you the keys to watch out for to see if they're giving him every opportunity to be successful tomorrow. You know what I mean? Now, I won't go as far as say they're trying to sabotage his game. But I will say they really want Dylan Gabriel to outplay Shedeur. Yes, they really want Dylan Gabriel to outplay Shedeur. We all know that will never, ever, ever happen. Now, let's listen to the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, introduce Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback for the Browns. And let's check out his energy and see if we could read any body language that may tell us something. Because we need all the answers, baby. Let's listen.
Again, your definition of urgent.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Game itself, we got game Friday night coming up. We'll rest some starters. Some players will play. Obviously holding out some guys due to injury, as you know. And then we'll play Shedeur at quarterback. We just signed Snoop Huntley, as you guys saw. We'll get Snoop back up to speed quickly. He's been in a couple different offenses since we last saw him, so he's doing a great job of working at it. But it's a great opportunity for all of our young players in that football.
I don't know, man. Shout out to Rocky Fresh, man. Yes, this podcast is on the rise because we're going to say what needs to be said, and we're going to bring that energy, baby. Salute to Rocky Fresh. You talk to us, we talk back, baby. Hey, let me know where you tapping in from, Rocky. You know what I mean? Salute to you, man. But yeah, we can't stand. I don't know about his energy. He seemed like he was up there trying to be as diplomatic as possible. You see what I'm saying? He's on that podium trying to be diplomatic as possible. I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect tomorrow.
Man, as long as that Shedeur go out there and do his job, I want to know if he playing with the 2s, the 1s, the 3s. Do you know yet? Is it known yet who he playing with?
No, see, like he said, it'd be some starters, some other players. Some people won't play. I'm thinking most of the starters won't play.
Mm.
But here's the thing. You saying Shedeur needs to go out there and show out and show up, right? But what if they're not putting him in the right predicaments and giving him the right opportunities to be able to show out? That's what I'm here to talk about with you.
That's true.
With the world today. Because we taking over. And these are the keys to look out for tomorrow. At 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be glued in. Hey, I want everybody to have their notepad and taking notes. And we're going to report back to say what needs to be said because we're going to have a lot to talk about. And the first thing to watch out for in the play calling tomorrow night, because the play calling will tell the story if anything is being done wrong to Shedeur Sanders. I don't see it. But all of a sudden, Shedeur is being named the starter of the first preseason game. Why?
Mm-hmm.
How? When did this become? You see what I'm saying? When did the coaching staff have any inclination that Shedeur Sanders should be the starting quarterback? When he went 9 for 9? Yes. These are all great inclinations, but he wasn't getting the proper preparation to show that he's supposed to be the starting quarterback. So what is that all about? You see what I'm saying? He didn't practice with the ones. He didn't get many good quality reps. But that's neither here nor there. You see, that's not a big deal. You know what I mean? That's not a big deal. You know? Because Dillon Gabriel, man, he hasn't been struggling so bad in camp from what I'm seeing and hearing. That there's been too many different occurrences for me to think this stuff is just a coincidence. Too many different occurrences for me to think this stuff is just being a coincidence, right?
So, man, they put him at number 1 to basically put on his downfall to show everybody that it ain't what it is.
That's what they're hoping for. Yes, exactly. Now you're following me. Now you with me.
Oh, y'all want to see Shedeur so bad? Here goes Shedeur, and then
yes,
not putting a good prediction.
You make sure Dillon Gabriel doesn't play at all. You put Shedeur in the game without the ones, probably with some twos. You call weird plays
with the Walmart overnight staff.
You see what I'm saying? The Winn-Dixie Wildcats. You see what I'm saying? The Publix Tahoes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like we're talking about, this is nothing but a ploy to protect Dillon Gabriel from having a super bad day and to stop the Cleveland Browns Stadium from screaming, "We want Shedeur. We want Shedeur." This is nothing but a ploy to stop them from chanting, "We want Shedeur."
That's a bold protection right there.
Dillon Gabriel. That's the only thing I can see. This is too weird. It's too coincidental for all of these things to be lining up just like this. Every coach in the NFL wants to see their talent on that field and to see what they can do. And don't give me that his hamstring hurt, this and that. No, I've been into the NFL. I've been in the NFL long enough to see plenty of players not hurt, but the coaches are sitting them out. Like I said, I'm the one that told y'all this first. One of these quarterbacks will end up on the injured reserve.
Mm-hmm.
One of them will end up on the injured reserve. And Joe Flacco doesn't need to play in the preseason. Everybody that's a football fan knows exactly what Joe Flacco is going to do. He's been around so long. So the best possible scenario would be to start Dillon Gabriel and see what he's capable of and let Dillon Gabriel get the experience because he is the 3rd round pick. He is the first quarterback taken on the team. But for some odd reason, he's banged up, unable to play.
So he gonna be back next week?
He back already. What you mean? He's back. If you haven't seen, he's practicing. He practiced against the Panthers. Yes, maybe it was 7-on-7, not full contact 11-on-11, but that is just all to fool the minds and play on people's minds. Nothing is wrong with him. This is a ploy to protect Dillon Gabriel from himself and from the stadium, from the fans, taking the confidence away. You see how that goes?
Mm-hmm.
Because he hasn't done anything wrong. And why? He feels like, why is everyone going against him? If everyone is at the stadium chanting, "We want Shedeur," He's looking, why me? What did I do? Why no one's giving me a chance? Why no one is chanting my name? These type of things can deflate the confidence out of you.
Man, we got to go behind the scenes next week, Tuesday, Philly.
Yes,
we in there. Open practice. Come on, we gotta go behind the scenes and go check it out. Come on.
Yeah. But hey, I do believe something genuinely happened to Kenny Pickett. I think something genuinely happened to Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna give him that credit. I think he had a little cramp or something in the hamstring, but like he was back quickly. But
Dylan Gabriel being protected.
Right.
You don't want to look bad. You don't want to look bad. I picked him first.
Right.
Yeah.
Something happened to Kenny Pickett. Dylan Gabriel. I'm not falling for that one. I'm not falling for that one, you know. But Kenny Pickett is back and he's ready to play. But for some reason, another quarterback at the Browns decide they don't want to play in the game. They're leaving it all up to Shedeur when they're supposed to be evaluating players to make a good team. No, we just want to see Shedeur. What is this all about? The cream of the crop will always rise to the top and can't be stopped. And if y'all ain't heard what Coach Prime said on the show, watch when they put my boy in. Coach Prime said, he gonna go deep. He going deep. Coach Prime said he gonna go deep. You know what I mean? Coach Prime said that. If y'all ain't hear that, Coach Prime said Shedeur is going deep. At the end of the day, Drees, chat to the world, the Cleveland Browns are doing everything in their power not to cause a media circus in Cleveland. Yes, they're trying to control the narrative because it could get bad. But no matter what they do, it seems to be turning into that direction because the hot topic is Shedeur versus Dylan, and Dylan isn't winning the battle. That's just the truth. We all know who is the more talented, capable quarterback, and that's Shedeur Sanders. It's nothing against Dylan Gabriel. He just so happened to be in this predicament. He actually went to my alma mater, so I got love for Dylan Gabriel. Of course, he left and went to some other schools, but it's all good. Now, if Dylan Gabriel goes out there in that preseason game and looks how he does or did in practice, you can be guaranteed all hell will break loose immediately. So the strategy behind closed doors, you have to understand is to avoid everyone chanting for Shedeur because it's happening. It's been happening in practice already.
Got the highest selling jersey. I mean,
you know,
everybody. That's the show that everybody want to see, man.
They're waiting to see. You know, and to me, starting Shedeur is what makes the timing of this so suspicious and not letting Dylan Gabriel play. Makes me think Shedeur is in a fight against the play caller tomorrow night and the quality of players that will take the field. So that's what it's going to boil down to. I gave y'all the keys. I'm giving y'all the keys to watch out for. It's going to boil down to the play caller. And if he's in a fight against the play calling for him to succeed, the Browns coaching staff are extremely unique and posterizing predicament, man. But they created it themselves.
Right.
So they got to get up out of it. They have to figure it out.
Don't forget,
and it's only one way to fix it, man. It's only one way to fix this crazy scenario, this posterizing predicament. It's only one way to fix that, Drees.
Say I'm wrong.
No. I'm giving you one more chance. How can you fix? You're right.
You gotta say I'm wrong. Like, listen, we should have got Shedeur.
Hold on, let me rephrase.
She got Shedeur.
You're right, but you have to rephrase your statement. So it's only one way to fix this whole scenario. What would be your guess? Y'all talk to me in the chat.
What's up, chat? What y'all saying? I'm saying, man, you got to admit, like, listen, we should have got Shedeur. He didn't won. That's it.
Yeah, but you're not saying it. You're not articulating it correctly.
What is it? What I'm missing?
Name Shedeur Sanders the official starter and let him work. That's the only way to fix all of this. That is the only way to fix all this. Name Shedeur Sanders the official starter and let him work. Let him build his confidence. Let the team rally behind him. Let everyone know in Cleveland that he is the man for the job and he will get it done. Because Joe Flacco doesn't care. He's 40 years old. This is last season. Kenny Pickett, we know what he can do. Dylan Gabriel is Dylan Gabriel. I would rather go with Deshaun Watson than all these other quarterbacks. That's just me. You see what I'm saying? I would rather give Deshaun Watson another chance.
People forget about Deshaun Watson.
To take care of this ugly mess that's being created, 6 quarterbacks on the roster, 1 on injured reserve. So that's a total of 6. We got Tyron Snoop Huntley. We got Deshaun Watson. Got Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco. That's 6 quarterbacks.
Man, we saw what Huntley did last year with Tyreek Hill. Imagine Shedeur with Tyreek Hill. Woo! Yeah.
So to take care of all of this, man, just go ahead and name Shedeur Sanders the official starting quarterback of the 2025 season for the Cleveland Browns, and let him work. Let him build that confidence. Going to make y'all marketing dollars. Do what y'all do. Build that community up. Let him build that community up. He can just do more than play football. He can change the community around there. He can help out in so many ways, you know? So that's how you handle this scenario. And if things don't work out, then you move on from there. But go ahead and give it to him. Fix it. Make things right, because he's not supposed to be a 5th round pick. You know what I mean? But like I said, things to look out for key in tomorrow's game, and things to look out for during the game while Shedeur is playing. If Shedeur Sanders isn't eased into some type of rhythm in the passing game, something is fishy. This is a fishy word. Y'all gonna drop the fish. This is a fishy situation right here. We finna have a little fishy topic. Y'all drop the fish in the chat right now if y'all think this is going to be a fishy situation.
How many? They say how many quarters he's gonna play yet? Oh no,
man, it's all over the place. So if Shedeur Sanders isn't eased into a rhythm in the passing game, something is fishy. If the Browns doesn't try to establish a run game, y'all say it with me, something is fishy. And if the Browns start off with a ton of passing plays and not trying to establish that run, give Shedeur some screen passes, some play action passes and things like that, something fishy is going on. Remember, I know the expectation is going to be super high for Shedeur. Remember, he is still just a rookie. So we can't overemphasize any mistakes he makes, because they will happen. That's the only way you become great. Is you can't be scared to make mistakes. So don't be setting the expectations so high for him, man. You know, as if he's a veteran in his 4th season in NFL. No, this is a rookie quarterback with his first opportunity in his first professional football game in the preseason. So he needs a chance to adjust to the speed, the timing, the physicality of the game, so on and so forth. Don't be jumping down his throat if things don't go right. There's going to be other quarterbacks playing that's going to be absolutely horrible. I'm sure of it. You know what I mean? But we asked how much Shedeur is going to play tomorrow. And Shedeur shouldn't play no longer than the first quarter. That's another key to look out for. If they have Shedeur out there playing 3 quarters straight, something is fishy. Something is fishy.
So 2 quarters, that's like 2 drives.
No, 1 quarter. The first quarter.
I mean, one quarter. One quarter is like 2 drives.
Yeah, if he needs to have about 3 drives. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say first quarter into half of the second quarter. No longer than until the
not the first half.
The 7-minute mark in the second quarter. You understand what I'm saying? And he should be finished for the night.
Right.
He should be finished for the night after that. If the Browns are going to, going to a game with only 2 quarterbacks, that's a bad look. That's what scares me. Because if you want to keep Shedeur out there for 3 quarters straight with rotating offensive linemen that haven't played together and so on, and all these different type of talents, scaring me. It's scaring me. Because you chose to sit Dylan Gabriel out. Why isn't Dylan Gabriel afforded that same opportunity? You understand what I'm saying? Like we said, Dylan Gabriel's still practicing, as well as Kenny Pickett. But they ain't playing Friday. This stuff is not making no sense, man. This stuff is not making no sense. And the so-called hamstring injury that popped up out of nowhere is what is holding him back. You know, for these little stinger injuries that they probably got or whatever, slight grade, grade negative, plus A plus grade strain that they got, you could just wrap it up, man. Put a compressing pad on it, wrap it up, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, especially at the quarterback position. You know, but at the end of the day, man, coaches and general managers have a job to protect. Everyone has a job to protect. And putting Dylan Gabriel out there is putting someone's job in jeopardy, boy. Lord have mercy. They are blatantly telling us and showing us right in our face. Someone's job is going to be in jeopardy putting Dylan Gabriel out there because they're scared to put him out there.
Yeah, we need to see that. We need to see the public. We need to see the public competition, man. Stop putting the competition behind doors. We need to see that all public. So everybody should show the world. We need to see that.
How I imagine Dylan Gabriel's performance in the preseason game would be a bad look for the coaches who drafted him. When that day comes, if they have to let him play,
can't hide him forever, man.
It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. But at the same time, here is evidence that the Browns don't mean Shedeur no good and 100% want Dylan Gabriel to excel. NFL Insider, Browns turned down multiple trade offers for quarterback. Mike Silver of The Athletic reports that multiple teams called the Browns about trading for Dylan Gabriel, but were turned away. After trading up to take Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, the Browns rejected multiple trade offers for Dylan Gabriel, preferring to move forward with both rookies.
That shit got their money's worth for that, man.
So the evidence is clear.
Damn.
They want Dylan. They are intentional in keeping Dylan Gabriel on their team. Someone in that scouting department feels Dylan Gabriel is that type of quarterback.
Yeah, that was news to me, man. You got a chance to like kind of you got a quarterback controversy going on. You got a chance to fix it with like no questions asked, and you didn't. I mean, it's more to the story. That's what that means.
Was right there. The Browns had multiple opportunities to trade some quarterback somehow. You signed how many quarterbacks they signed this year? 5? You signed 5 quarterbacks in one season? Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and then Tyrone Snoop Huntley. This has to go down as a world record in NFL. 5 quarterbacks they signed in one season.
They got a chance to get rid of one.
And they chose to keep them all. It's like they want to shoot themselves in the foot. This is like they trying to cause a media circus. Unless it's some type of power struggle going on between the owners, the general managers, and the coaches. Someone, somewhere, somehow, something is not on the same page.
Man, didn't the GM just get a raise or something like that? I think he just got like
someone got promoted over this.
He got more money to do this.
Like anyone getting promoted to the Browns is like, wow, like, why are we promoting anyone for what did anyone do in the front office to deserve a raise, you know? But hey, I will continue to say someone will end up on injured reserve. It's only a matter of time before they do it. They don't want to blatantly make themselves look like they just blatantly putting someone in injured reserve. So remember, follow the steps. First, what was it? Kenny Pickett had a little hamstring injury. Shedeur Sanders, short shoulder, had to hold out, missed the practice, and then Dylan Gabriel. The stuff is looking weird. Only one of the 3 injured players or quarterbacks is playing in the preseason game on tomorrow at 7.
And then sign another one.
You know what I mean?
It's so confusing.
It's so confusing, but yeah, man, I can't wait to see tomorrow, see how this transpires. And yes, man, listen, when you are him and you have that talent and you confidence and things like that, there's nothing no one can do to stop you. You're going to overcome adversity, any type of situation, challenge, things like that. And that's who Shedeur Sanders is. If he would have never been through the adversity of going through these different schools with his dad and they chasing the dream together, coming from high school to Jackson State, and maybe just all of a sudden just automatically being a top 5-star recruit, then maybe he won't be ready for this challenge. But the way God sets things up in people's lives, I've seen it. I lived it. He set you up and build the life around you and prepare you for these challenges, you see? And that's what it seems like to me. And only tomorrow can tell. Only tomorrow we will tell, you know what I mean? So, Shedeur Sanders, we can't wait. 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Y'all tune in as soon as that game is over.
They breaking records tomorrow. The Browns preseason. Gonna be most watched Browns preseason in history.
Yes, sir. As soon as that game is over tomorrow, y'all jump back on to say what needs to be said, because we gotta break it down. Make sure y'all got your notepad. Look out for those key points that I said. If they're out there not trying to establish a run game, if they're around there passing the ball around like crazy, if they don't give Shedeur Sanders a chance to establish his rhythm, something is fishy. You understand what I'm saying? And tonight game, man, we got to get prayers up, man, in the Indianapolis versus Baltimore game. Bilal Cohn, man, he went down with a horrible injury, man. We hate to see it, man. His leg wasn't looking so good, man. So we hope he does better. Hope he gets better, fast recovery, feels better. But the Indianapolis Colts, if anyone has any inside connections to the Indianapolis Colts, please tell them, don't waste no more time. Go on and trade for Joe Milton or something, because it's about to be real ugly and real goofy looking out there for the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm still sticking with my rookie of the year, Tyler Warren.
Yeah, let me go over the little chat. Yeah, man, we got a bunch of Shedeur Sanders fans and supporters in the chat. Shout out to the homie Bruce Lee. Shout out to Outsider Sports. Shout out to the John Mills, Unspoken Atlanta. Shout out to ATL in the building, man. Y'all know ATL is like my second home, man. I love ATL. Yeah, man. Super chat, man. Chat jumping. Hey, man, we taking off, man. One thing about it, man, y'all love this authentic, me being authentic. I can't come up here and turn into this commercialized and company man type guy. I got to be myself, man. Got to have my swag, got to bring my energy, and I got to be able to say what needs to be said. Because if I can't say what needs to be said and they got restrictions on what I can say, then I can't be myself. So y'all don't expect me to be on ESPN and any of that stuff, man, because I got to come up here with my hat turned backwards. You know what I mean? A little chain on. I got to feel like it's the Big Six. You feel me? So Thursday night vibes, man. Say what needs to be said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, and that's
2-3 Drees, baby.
And we're going to see y'all next time.